Soon as the cards were laid out, the energy came loaded with unspoken thoughts and feelings that still live on, even when he or she tries to hide them. The first card to appear was the Whisper in the Silence, and it already revealed a secret. Yes, this person talks about you. They speak in a restrained tone, as if trying to hide it, but your presence still lives in their conversations, even if disguised in memories, comparisons, or distant gazes. Then came the Hidden Comparison, a card that represents the almost involuntary habit of measuring the present against the past. And in this case, you are the past that still lingers in the present. When with the rival, this person says things like, "This reminds me of someone," or "I've lived something similar before, but it was different." And that different has your name behind it. Even without directly mentioning you, it's with you that they compare. It's with you that they measure what they feel and miss. The card Disguised Longing came next. It shows that in the simplest conversations, in daily life details, he or she lets slip how much you're still inside their heart. Maybe it's through a comment about a place you used to go, a song you liked, or your unique way of speaking. These are small clues they let slip, and the rival notices, even if she pretends not to. Then came Careful with Your Name, a subtle but powerful card. This energy shows that when your name comes up, the mood shifts. He or she might harden their tone, minimize it, or change the subject, but the discomfort is clear. That's because the feeling is unresolved, because your name still stirs something, still hurts, still pulses. And every time you are mentioned, their heart wavers. The Defense Without Reason came next, revealing something curious. He or she defends you. It may be subtle, by changing the subject, but they don't let anyone speak poorly of you. Even if the rival tries to provoke, implying you were the mistake, that you're undeserving, he or she redirects. Or worse, stays silent, eyes distant. And that silence says more than any argument. The echo of memories hit like an emotional explosion. This card shows that even during conversations about unrelated things, he or she returns to you. They tell past stories, moments you shared, without realizing how much it bothers the person next to them. Because when someone constantly refers to another, even indirectly, it means that person still lives within, still echoes in their soul. Then came the Weight of Silent Guilt, revealing that often, when with the rival, he or she feels guilty. Guilty for not resolving what they felt for you. Guilty for keeping something going with someone who doesn't stir the same emotion. Guilty for realizing their heart still turns toward you, even while holding another's hand. This guilt shows in distant eyes, in unexplained irritability, in cold answers. The Smile That Doesn't Match was the next card, showing that even in joyful moments with the rival, something feels off. As if the smile isn't whole. As if the joy is incomplete. And that's because deep down, they still think of you. They remember how light things felt with you, how true everything was. And that comparison, even if never said aloud, weighs heavily. Closing the first part came The Confession That Never Comes, a card about everything he or she wishes they could say about you, but can't. Maybe out of respect for the rival, maybe out of fear of admitting it to themselves. But the thoughts are there. Alive. Intense. And every time this person speaks about you, even in disguise, it's because the love is still there. The first card of this continuation was The Name Held in the Soul, one of the most sensitive in the deck. It shows that even if he or she doesn't mention you often, they carry your name vibrating in their heart. And when the rival talks about you, even provocatively or curiously, there's always a reaction. Sometimes a withdrawal, sometimes a loaded silence, sometimes even a sigh, because what isn't spoken is deeply felt. Next came the window to the unconscious, revealing that this person gives themselves away in spontaneous moments. They tell stories involving you without realizing, mention places you went, use expressions they learned from you. And when the rival notices, he or she tries to backtrack, change the subject, laugh, but you're there. You're still there. Living through their spontaneity, even in the presence of another. Then appeared the choked voice, showing that he or she once tried to explain what you meant to them. Maybe they said, "It wasn't just anything," or "They were someone very important to me." But then they retreat as if realizing they said too much. The rival notices, feels insecure, questions, and the more she questions, the quieter he or she becomes. Because they can't deny the obvious. Because you still live in their heart. The reflection of lack dropped with strong emotional weight. It reveals that often what he or she says about you is wrapped in longing. Missing your scent, your way, your reactions, the conversations, the looks. And this shows in random comments and unexpected sighs. The rival feels like she's competing with a living ghost, with a presence that's absent, but much more present than she'd like. Next came the uneasy soul, a card showing deep inner discomfort. This person is not at peace. Even beside the rival, even trying to move on, there's an uneasiness that won't go away. It's like every time they speak of you, a sleeping part awakens. A part that desires, that feels, that remembers, that longs. And that part never lies. That part reveals everything without saying a word. The mask that falls on its own appeared next. A symbolic card showing that no matter how much this person tries to hide what they feel for you, there are moments when the mask slips. Whether it's a slip of the tongue, a nostalgic look, or a silence that lingers too long, constant signs show that the feeling for you still pulses. And when the rival sees it, tension grows. Insecurity rises because she knows she's being compared to someone irreplaceable. The discomfort of another's presence shows that this person feels like they're with one, but thinking of another. That moments with the rival are lived with only half a heart. And that's why, when they speak of you, even unintentionally, the other person senses there's something she can't reach. Something only you had. Something still untouched inside his or her heart. The second to last card was the unintentional repetition, showing that this person sometimes replicates things they did with you. Plays music you both liked, cooks your favorite dish, tells stories where you're the backdrop, and when they realize it, they go silent, withdraw, because even far away, you still dictate the rhythm of memory. And finally, to close this revealing reading, came the truth hidden between the lines, a powerful card showing that what he or she feels for you isn't being lived out, but it's being spoken. In disguise, indirectly, silently, but it's there. And when someone talks that much about the past, it's because it never truly ended. Because love still lives. And even in the rival's presence, you remain the center of the words, the thoughts, and the heart.